Welcome to the CRM Connect call this week. My name is Tamara and I am the weekly host of the CRM Connect call. And this week, we have introduced a brand new contest for everyone who comes to office hours and participates. We are doing something that we've done in the past before, but we've put a little bit of a twist on it. The twist that we have done is that we are actually hold on just a sec. Let me see if I can change the way I am showing up on here. Hold on, just give me a minute. There we go. Sorry about that. All right. Now we can talk about the new contest, which is very exciting. So this week we introduced a new homework contest for everybody, and the prizes are absolutely incredible. And so we are going to continue with that contest today. If you got a chance to jump into the Facebook group and post your homework in there, that is how you enter to get into the contest. And I'm going to go into the contest rules and everything in a little bit, but for the call today, what we're doing is we are going to continue on. So we're in a series right now for your Q4 funnel, your Black Friday funnel, that last push at the end of the year to increase our sales. And during the funnel forging this week, we started going through and setting up our Q4 funnel. Now, this is not something that you have to do from scratch. Sales Process provides you with an entire template of the funnel, of all the workflows that you need. And what we're doing here together is we are setting it all up, and then we are connecting all the workflows so that they work properly for you. So you do not have to do this alone. We are walking through this together. And so we are going to dive back in. I'm going to do a quick review of what we did on the funnel forging call, and then we're going to dive into hooking up the automations and stuff to the funnel that we built. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. Just one second here. Get rid of that. Okay, I think we are ready. Is everybody ready? Okay, so we are going to take a look at the funnel that we built during funnel forging. And like I said, this is a snapshot that you can get dropped into your account. Okay, so that is something you don't have to build yourself. You can do a search in your account and see if you have this funnel. So you can start right here and type it in. If you do not find the funnel in your account, you can reach out to support@salesprocess.com by email and ask them to put it in your account. You should have it in your account, but if you don't, please reach out to support. So during the funnel forging call this week, what we did was we went through and we set up the different pages in here, okay? And your homework was to share a screenshot of that first above the fold of your sales page. And so what I was looking for the homework was that you had switched out the headline to your own headline. You had changed this to your own sort of sub headline. You have uploaded a different video that was there. You'd switched out the background image that we had in the funnel template. And then you had connected the button to the pop-up here for the order form. Okay. So that was what was for homework. And what we're going to do now is we're just going to take a look at the automations that would run this funnel for you. Again, those automations are not something you have to build yourself. The sales process team has created a template that they will drop into your account. It should already be in your account. If it's not, please reach out to support@salesprocess.com. Okay. So just to go over the funnel, exactly what it is, we set up a product here on our sales page, and we can see that product here. We have the pay in full and then the monthly payment, okay? So there's a payment plan of $500 a month, or they can pay in full. And so we set that up during funnel forging. So this, they can go through, they see the sales page, they can then choose to input their information to purchase. Then it takes you to the one-time offer. The one-time offer that we are suggesting for this offer is a call with you. If that makes sense in your business, right? So the one-time offer is a call with you, and then it goes to the order confirmation, okay? Now, if they are booking if they are booking the one-time, if they choose the one-time offer, what happens is when they click the button to say, yes, add this to my order, then they are get taken to this page, which is the confirmation page of them booking the OTO, the one-time offer. If they choose, no, I don't want the one-time offer, then they're just taken to the order confirmation page, okay? So there's two different confirmation pages in the funnel. That's what you're seeing here. The reason is if they take the OTO purchase, it takes them to this page. If they don't, it takes them to this page. So that's all there is there, okay? So we have our funnel set up. We have made the changes in the top of the funnel, the above the fold. That was homework for last week. Now, what's next? What needs to happen to make the funnel run, right? So we are going back over into our automations here. And again, I want to stress, this is something that you should be able to find in your automations. It should be dropped in, okay? So we are going to look for Black Friday, okay? And here it is. This is the folder that you're looking for in your account. Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. Okay, it went away. Sorry about that. And so this is the folder that you're looking for in your account. And inside this folder, we have 3 workflows, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to go through and we're going to take a look at all of these workflows. Now, the most intimidating workflow in this folder is probably the Facebook chat sequence. But I want to tell you that this is such an amazing way to get leads in your business, okay? This works just like if you have ever used ManyChat. ManyChat is a software that you can purchase additionally to use it to collect information from people using Facebook and your Instagram, right? Well, now you don't have to purchase that software. You can use that right inside of your highlight or your sales process account, right? And so that is going to be a more complex workflow. We will walk through it together though, okay? So the first one that we're going to come and take a look at is the buyer's welcome email, okay, plus SMS. So a couple of things that I need you to take note of. You have to have SMS is text message marketing. You have to have that set up for this to work. Okay, if you don't have that set up, then you need to go and check out the tutorials in the Sales Process University to find out how to do that, okay? Or you can edit this workflow, and we'll open this up so you can see the workflow. You can just remove this step if you don't want to message your buyers by text message, okay? So then you would just click on this and you would delete this last step here, okay? But I'm going to leave it for now. So this is the first workflow that is set up for your Q4 Black Friday funnel. This has already been built for you. It's a template, okay? The piece that we have to attach is inside of the trigger. So we're going to click on the trigger action here. And it says here, Black Friday deal of the lifetime, duplicate before edit. So when you have received your Black Friday funnel template, you're going to duplicate it. And so it's going to have a different name. You're going to give it a different name than this, right? So what you would do here is you would click into this drop down and you would type in the new name of your funnel and connect that, okay? So I didn't change the name on the funnel template, but that's what you would do to hook this up. The next step that you would do is you would say page is, and you would tell them the page that your order form is on. So your order form is on your sales page. And then we want to tell the system that the submission type is sale. Okay, so you can see here that there's other types of things. There's like an upsell, there's just the opt-in. So that would be used in the case of an abandoned cart sequence. But this, we are tracking the sale, okay? So once you have that set up, your workflow is now connected to your funnel. So when someone makes a purchase, this will be the trigger, and then the following will happen. So we'll walk through that, okay? So we're going to save this, and we're going to go to what happens next. In here, we have the action of adding a tag, okay? So this looks like it's short form for Black Friday. I'm not sure what WWRN stands for, but you can change this tag to what makes sense in your business. Maybe you have a tagging, naming procedure that you use. Then you could just click in here, type in your new tag. I could say Black Friday. Oh, let's go BF new tag. Okay, and so I would just type that in and I would click add tag. And then I would change the name up here. Okay, now this is November 22nd, but it's going to be, we'll just change this to BF new tag. Okay, and then we're going to save that. So that changed. The second thing that we're going to do is here's a welcome email. Now, guess what comes with your template? Yeah, an entire email that's written for you. All you have to do is change it so that it's specific to your business, your product, right? So you don't have to do anything that's too, like there's not a lot of hard thinking here. We've made it as easy as possible for you, okay? So up here, obviously, this isn't going to be from Peng June. So we're going to put in your name, right? And you're going to put in your email address. So we're going to go to account, email, and we're going to get rid of this one. So those are things that you have to change in the template, okay? And then the second thing we can do is we want to click here, and we're going to go in and we're going to edit all of this, okay? So you're going to want to come in here and create your own template, edit it the way you want. Now you can edit it in the workflow. You can. The issue is that you can't change the subject line inside the workflow. And it doesn't have like all of the building features that it has in the email builder. So in the marketing menu, okay? So you can edit it here, but what I would recommend is save this, save your workflow, and let me just grab the name of this. Template buyers welcome email. Okay, so we're going to save that. We're going to come back out of here. We're going to go into marketing. Okay, we're going to go into emails and we're going to go to templates. And we're going to go into the template Black Friday. Oh, it's in here, I guess. You always want to look for deal of the lifetime. That's what it's called. So your templates are going to sit in here, okay? So now we are looking for the email for the buyer's welcome email. Okay, so this is the one you're going to open. And this is where you can change everything. Now you'll see you're inside the email builder. It's all drag and drop. You're just going to edit this email so that it reflects what you want to say when somebody purchases your product. Okay. And then when you come over here to the three dots, you're going to click on the three dots, go to settings, and this is where you're going to change out your email subject line. Okay. So you can and I'll also change out this information. So it's going to be your name. And again, we're going to delete this and we're going to put in the account and email. Okay. So you're going to change out your subject line. So you're going to say Black Friday, whatever it is, right? We'll say buyers welcome email. Of course, that's not what you would put as your subject line, but I'm just putting that in there just to show you. This here is preview text. That means that it's that little bit of text that shows up when the email lands in their inbox. So you try to make that like a curiosity-inducing sort of statement, right? So that they will go in and open the email. So you can put whatever you want in there, keep it nice and short and curious, induce some curiosity into it. We're going to save that. You're going to make the changes that you need to this because, of course, this isn't going to have support@salesprocess.com. You don't want that information there. You want to use your own business information. You're going to save the template. And then what we'll do is we'll go back to that workflow. So if you go to automation, and if you click on this little clock here, it will bring you to the most recent one that you've been working in. So we're going to go here. And then here is where you would go ahead and you would bring in your template. Okay, so whatever name you gave it, you'd swap that out and you would put that in here. Okay. And then you're going to save that. And then here is where you can write your message if you're sending them an SMS, a text message, right? So again, these you want to keep super short because you are charged based on how many characters you use, right? So 160 characters is the first segment. And then anything after that it's broken up into segments and you're charged for those. So just so you know that. So then here you're going to want to edit this so that it actually says what you want it to say. Put in your name, not Peng June, right? Your name. And then obviously if you're putting a link in here, make it your link, all of that. Save. Then we're going to publish, right? So we're going to change this to publish and we're going to save it. Now we have that set up. We're going to go and test this and make sure that it works. Okay, so we're going to go back to our funnel. We'll go to sites, go to our funnel. I always like to click on this one here because it'll bring me right to the one I was in. So this says here, I want to show you, I have put this into test mode. It'll come to you in the template form. It will come in live mode. Okay, so you need to throw it into test mode so we can test it. We'll save it. And now we're going to go and we're going to test out the funnel. So I'm just going to bring the funnel up here. And here is my above the fold that I'm seeing here. I click on the button. It brings me to the order form. I'm going to fill that out. And I'm going to put in here one of my test emails. And that is going to take me to the second step where I can test this to see if it works. So you're going to see here my two products. I have my pay in full product, or I have I can choose my payment plan at $500 a month, right? So I'm going to pay in full. Excuse me, I'm going to put in here 4 2s. That's the test credit card number, the expiration date, anything in the future, right? Any date in the future, and any of the security codes there. Enter any other information that you need to. Complete order. Now, what I'm looking to see here is if I receive the email, right? So now what's happened is it's taken me to the one-time offer page. And here, what I want to do is I want to go and see if I received the email. So I'm going to stop sharing for a second so I can pull up my email. Let me go and check and see if I actually got an email. Okay, so I will share my screen again and I will show you. Share my screen. And I received 2 emails. So I got the email from Peng Jun saying, because I didn't change the template, right? So that's what I got. And I also got an email with the receipt for my purchase. Now, the reason I got 2 is because I have that set up to send out a receipt that shows me what I purchased, right? And you may not have that set up in your account. You definitely can. It's in your payment settings. But that's why I got 2 emails, okay? So we know that our workflow works. Did I receive a text message? No, because I don't have phone sending, a text message marketing set up in my demo account that I built the workflow in. So I can't check that. So that works. We know that our workflow works. That's a great thing. Okay. So now that we've tested that first part, we know that the purchase workflow works. That's amazing. Okay. So we're going to go back in and take a look. Okay. So the next part of this that I want to sort of look at is this here. Our next automation is going to be a little bit more complex. So that's this one here. But first of all, I want to talk about this workflow here that we saw. Here in the workflow list, you can see how many people have gone through the workflow and how many are currently active in it. So what's the difference between active and total enrolled? So total enrolled means that this person has gone through the workflow and they've finished. They're all done. They've been removed from the workflow. They've gone through every step. Active enrolled means that they are sitting in the workflow at probably a wait step somewhere. So that means that they're actively enrolled and they're just in a wait step somewhere. I want to show you here inside of workflows. Up here is execution logs, okay? This is a place where you can come and look and see each step of the workflow, how it affected the person that went through it, right? So we have here, I was added to the workflow. The tag was executed, that was added. The welcome email was sent. The welcome SMS was sent, and then you're automatically removed from the workflow when you get to the end. Now, what if I wanted to see, okay, I didn't get the SMS. What happened? Let's check the details. Why? Okay. It's telling me here that failed because my number isn't compliant or toll-free verified. Okay. So I don't have my phone number set up properly in this demo account. So it shows that the workflow, the reason it's saying success is because the system sent the SMS, but it didn't actually go anywhere because I don't have my number set up properly. So if you're ever troubleshooting a workflow, this is where you want to come and look. You want to come into the execution logs and see, and you can choose which action you need to look further into. Here I can see that the email was sent successfully. It was queued successfully, and it's spinning here, and I'm wondering if it's going to show me that I opened the email. Let's just wait and see. Let's give it a second here. It's taking too long. We're going to move on. Sometimes it will show you like if it was opened. Another thing I want to show you in your workflow is that over on the side here, we now have a couple of things that are kind of cool. Okay, we have stats view. So let's click on that and let's see what happens. Okay, so what happens is it opens up your communication actions and it shows you your delivered, opened, clicked, replied, bounced rate here. So I can click on this and I can go over here to stats and I can see all the stats here. So I can actually click into this and it will give me a list of all of my contacts who opened the email inside of the workflow. If I had clicked on anything in the email, it would show here as well. Okay. So that's kind of cool that you can see all that inside of your workflow. This again is going to show you your stats as well. But it's telling me here, none were delivered. None were clicked, and I have failed. I have a failed one, right? And here it tells me the reason why it failed. Okay. So that's cool that you can see that. Here is something new that came in the last couple weeks here. We now have inside of workflows, we have notes and sticky notes. So let's take a look at these, okay? This is kind of aside from what we're learning, but I want to show you these because they're cool. So have you ever gone into a workflow and let's say you have a team of people and you wish you could like leave them a note in here as to why this is the way it is, or don't change this because of this or something, right? So here you can actually leave a note. You can enter in some text. If I can spell. And so you have a maximum of 5,000 characters in here. So you can talk a lot in here. And what's great about this is if you have people that are working on the workflow, like team members, you can leave them notes in here, right? And you can, this is a workflow note. So basically what it's saying is leave a note about the entire workflow, or you can leave an action note, right? And so that is how you can leave notes in your workflow. Then we have sticky notes, and you can choose the color that you want to use. And what it does is it creates a sticky note. And so let's say I wanted to talk about this step in particular. All I do is I click and I can drag this sticky note anywhere I want. Then I double click on here and I can write a sticky note about this action item here. Okay. So then I can just leave it like that. And anytime anybody comes in here to work on the workflows, it is got this sticky note in here. You can give some explanation as to why this is the way it is. This is particularly useful inside of big workflows that have, condition and logic in them and all these branches. And so it's just kind of a nice feature that you can even like put in here reminders to yourself about different things inside your workflow. So kind of cool, right? It's actually kind of cool that you can do that. So I'm going to save that. I just wanted to show you that because that was something new that came out and I thought it's kind of neat. So now you can also, like, once you create the sticky notes, you can hide them if you want, but it shows here. So it says your workflow is not editable in stats view. So we'll shut off the stats view, but it is telling me here that there are sticky notes and that they're hidden. Okay. So if I want to, I would have to click on the notes and then show notes. So if you don't want to see them, it'll just give you this little prompt up here to show you that there is some hidden notes, and then you can just click on the notes to see them. Okay. So who likes that? I really liked that when that came. And I think the reason I really like it is, like, if you go into one of these more complex workflows, like this one here, I'm going to show you. Don't get intimidated. We're going to walk through this together. But this workflow has all kinds of branches and, like, oh my goodness, it goes on. And what is all this? What's happening? And I can make this really nice and clear about what's happening in the actions just by adding in some sticky notes or some notes inside of the workflow, right? So that's pretty cool. Okay, so we have now set up our very first buyer's welcome email. We've tested it and it works. So here's what your homework is for today. Your homework for today is to go in and go through this workflow. I want you to attach a screenshot showing me this here. So you've hooked up your funnel. So I want your funnel name in here, not the template name, your funnel name in here, showing that that is hooked up. And I also want to see right here, I want you to click on this welcome email and take a screenshot of this. So it can't be the templated screenshot. I don't want to see the template. I want to see your welcome email. Okay. So the welcome email that you've created, take a screenshot of that. And that's what you're going to present as your homework. So now we're going to go through, and I'm going to just stop sharing for a second. We're going to go through and I'm going to show you all of the cool stuff that is involved in your contest that you're going to enter. Okay. All right. So I am going to share my screen again. And we are going to walk through this. Okay. So the purpose of switching the sales process, or sorry, the office hours again to this contest, is to reinforce the framework that Peng Joon teaches you about all of the different stages of your business, all of the different stages of your funnel. Okay, so here we have your market. So these are your people here, right? We want you thinking about your source of traffic. Where do your people see your offers? Where do your people learn about you? Social media, right? Maybe you do paid ads, maybe SEO. What Peng Joon is showing you here is these are all your options for traffic. Now, you don't have to be doing all of them, right? But I want you to map out something like this in your own business and decide, is this my source of traffic? Maybe you have a few of them. Maybe you do use all of the sources of traffic, right? So there's email, there's text, there's conversations. This is like the Facebook and Instagram workflow that we're going to go through next time, right? But what all this traffic does is it ends up at the top of your funnel, right? And the top of your funnel is where you have lead funnels, webinar funnels, challenge funnels, event funnels, low ticket funnels, anything that where you are capturing their information and letting them know about you as a business. That's the top of your funnel, right? Then you're asking here, they've seen this, maybe they've seen a lead magnet, maybe they've seen, one of your webinars they've watched. Did they actually give you their information? Did they become a lead? Yes. This moves them down into the middle of the funnel, right? Upsells, order bumps, recurring subscriptions. And you can see here, if they've purchased, then you're going to present them with another offer, right? If not, then you want to follow up with an email sequence and try and bring them back into your world. Try to get them to know you even better and the services that you provide even better, right? And then if they purchase, we're bringing them to the bottom of the funnel. If not, then you want to bring them to the return path. How can they find you again, right? Through social media, through conversations, blogging, text, email, membership. And again, you're directing them back to the middle of the funnel and they go through this process again, right? And eventually, you're going to have some people that just drop off. That's completely normal. Otherwise, you're going to have that loyal customer, right? The one that buys. They buy everything you put out. And then the last piece of this is measuring and tracking your funnel stats. And I know that Marcus and Peng Joon talk about this a lot because it's so important. Without measurement, we have no idea how well we're doing, right? How well our funnel's doing, how well our email sequences are doing. We don't know if we don't ask, right? And so then you have experiment and optimize. So this is the fun part. This is where you get to tweak. This is where you have your funnel built, you've run a bunch of traffic through it, and you want your headline to do better, or you want to see if you can increase your conversion rate. So you tweak one or two things in your funnel. You tweak one or two things in your ads. That's experiment and optimize. It's one of my favorite pieces of the whole process. Okay. So this is your framework that you should be using when you're thinking about your business. This is the goal, right? The goal is that loyal customer. And how do you get them to this point? This is your roadmap here. Okay. So I want to talk a little bit about, I see some comments. Let me just check in. Is it, it's just the AI. Just the AI note takers that are commenting in there. So, okay. So we've talked about the framework now. Now what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the contest, okay? So let me just bring that up here. Bring up the contest information. And our sales process wins contest is happening again. I'm really excited about these prizes, you guys. These prizes are phenomenal. Okay. So we are having our sales process wins contest again. And this time, what I want you to do for your your homework is the purchase workflow email, right? That's the one we're doing. And I talked about that already. So that's your homework. So within 24 hours, you need to post your homework in the Facebook group. Okay, so there was 2 screenshots that I wanted. The 2 screenshots are the picture of your trigger, the order form submission attached to your funnel. Okay, not the template funnel, attach it to your funnel. And then the second screenshot was that of the email, your email that you're sending to your buyer, okay? So we want that email purchase confirmation. That's your homework. And when you post it in the Facebook group, please include the hashtag sales process wins. First prize, second prize, third prize, they're all amazing. They're all amazing. Let's dive into the first prize. First prize is exclusive hot seat coaching with Peng Joon. So you get personalized insight. You get Peng Joon to look at your funnel, at your setup. He's going to review your strategy. He's going to work on refining your offer, optimizing your funnel, or scaling your traffic strategy. And this is priceless. I mean, he is the expert in sales, in offers, in strategy, right? You want him to have a look at this. Plus, you get access to the Internet Mastery Retreat Live in 2025. This is going to be a big event, and you get to be there. Second prize is one-on-one strategy session with Marcus. Marcus is the ads genius behind sales process. If there is anybody that you want looking at your ad strategy, it is Marcus. He is going to look at your ad performance. He's going to explore your retargeting options. He's going to advise you on how to split test. Okay. And he's going to give you the strategy for getting the most, squeezing every dollar out of your ad spend. Okay. And also, second prize gets you access to the Internet Mastery Retreat Live. That's second place. So it is definitely worth it to post your homework in the group, okay? Third place is a ticket to Internet Mastery Retreat, okay? This is going to be a very immersive experience. It's going to be an opportunity to network. It's going to be an opportunity to meet other business owners who are doing the same thing that you're doing. And I just came back from a business conference in Dallas, and I can tell you, being there live at those events can change the trajectory of your business. You could meet someone there that will change how you do business, will change who you do business with. These events are life-changing, I'm telling you. So this is third prize. So it's a live training event. It's happening in Q1 of 2025, and the location has yet to be determined, but I have a feeling they have something up their sleeve. So that is what you need to do in the next 24 hours. Post your homework in the Facebook group, #SalesProcessWins. I've asked you for 2 screenshots for this homework, okay? Then you're going to find out at the end of the month which prize you won. And I need to tell you guys, the chances of winning are so, so good because people are lazy. They won't do the homework. They won't do it. So please, please do your homework. Get your entries in. You could win. So the next draw is at the end of November. Remember, #SalesProcessWins, and your entry's only valid if you do this within the next 24 hours. So we do put a little bit of a time crunch on you, but it's worth it. Okay. Here are all of your opportunities to submit homework. Every day, 5 days a week, we have office hours. Monday, you can go to Launchpad Mondays. Okay. Here's the times that those take place. Figure out your time zone. Tuesday, I host Funnel Forging. Okay, here's your time zones again. So note that this is actually on a Monday if you live over in the United States, Canada, Mexico, any of those places. It's actually Monday night. Wednesday, Feature Fiesta. Thursday, that's this call right now, CRM Connect. That's us here. And then Fridays is FAQ Fridays. So 5 times a week, you can get an entry in for those prizes. Don't forget #SalesProcessWins. That's how you can enter and make sure that your post in the Facebook group doesn't get lost, okay? Okay, guys, that was a lot. That was a lot. So fun teaching all of this, though, to you. Now I'm going to open up the floor. We have about 15 minutes left. Does anybody have any questions about the homework? Does anybody have any tech questions that they have going on that they'd like some help with? Is there anything that I can help you get moving forward with again? Feel free to unmute or to drop your questions in the chat. What did you think about those sticky notes in workflows? Do you like those? I really like those. Can you tell? I work on some pretty big teams, and so it's always nice to like be able to just even to let them know what you're thinking when you build the workflow, to be like, so this is the reason I built it this way, is because this, and this. It's just nice to be able to do that. So any questions from anyone? Any questions about the contest or the homework or how to enter if I went over it too quickly or anything like that? Well, if you have no questions, then I will end the call here today. I'm back again next week for funnel forging. We're going to continue on with our Q4 series for the Black Friday. Oh, great. You understand the homework. That's awesome. That's awesome. Office hours changed. The time. So recently the daylight savings, so you know when that comes into effect over here in Canada, the United States, Mexico, all of those, we recently did that on Sunday. So the times may be, you may have to adjust your times for that. We have fallen back an hour. So that happened across late an hour for you. Okay, I see. Yeah, that's probably why. And that just happened on Sunday. So we've all fallen back an hour and we're now looking at daylight savings time. So if you're trying to figure out the time zones for the calls, that's taken place. So there may be some confusion there for a little while. I know over in Europe, the time changed 2 weeks before we did. So there was like this really confusing 2-week period of time where we were like, I don't know what time my meeting is if it was with somebody in Europe because they had switched times. So yeah, it gets a little confusing there for a while, but that's what's happened here. We have daylight savings time and we've fallen back an hour. So how are you making out with the homework? Are you posting in the Facebook group? Are you getting your entries in? I love to see it. Oh, perfect. Well, good luck. I hope that you win. I know that you were very active in our last contest, so that's good. That's great. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. And I will see you guys next week. Looking forward to continuing on with the series. Have a great rest of your week.